This is the standing single leg upward chop. So your weight is really dependent upon your needs. But right now, I want to suggest that you don't use a weight heavier than your baby, okay? So I have a 6-pound ball here, so nice and light. Now, let's talk about body positioning in terms of just the single leg stance. What I'd like to see here is you be very deliberate about transitioning from double leg to single leg. Intention through your feet all the way up. If you've seen my other videos, you know big toe, pinky toe, heel, external rotation of that thigh bone to create some torque stability at the hip. Once you've got that, you're going to draw one leg up. Now the goal would be to keep, this is a balance exercise, to keep your knee just slightly above your hip. It's going to be good hip flexor strengthening as well. The weight will be down towards the outside of the hip of the stationary leg. And then from here, we are going to do an upward chopping motion, okay? So from the side, you can see that I'm going to bring the ball from my left thigh to my right side. Okay, I'm going to show you that head on too. Try it from the other side. So all of my weight evenly distributed on my right foot, standing very tall. Draw my left leg up. The ball's on the outside of my right hip. And then the finish point is over right in front of the right shoulder. And then right back down. So that's the movement of the balanced single leg upward chop. Now, I want you to think about, this is a complex movement even though it seems rather simple. I want you to think about one, that hip flexor that's holding the leg up. Two, the leg that you're balancing on, that glute is really engaged to keep you very stable. You're gonna feel wobbling in your ankle, right? You're gonna feel like your arch wants to collapse, especially if you have a higher arch or if you're breastfeeding, right? You have less ligament integrity during breastfeeding and in pregnancy if you're pregnant. But I want you to think about how stable you can be from the ground up all the way through that glute, okay? Now, even though we have one leg up, we're thinking about a slight brace in our midline to keep our hips level. We're thinking about keeping our rib cage down, and that weight, as we draw it up, we are going to exhale from our hip to our shoulder. Now, because we're moving at this angle, we're firing slightly cross body. Your goal is to spread the load of that activation from left to right or right to left, okay? So always err on starting slightly lighter with your weight and working your way up from there as long as you can stay stable and intentional through each segment of your body. That is